Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is January 16th, 2021, and this is episode 179. Today we're going to take a look at A Man Among Ye. This is issue 4 in the arc by Image, and it's a Top Cow production on top of that. Let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the cover first. A nice arc. I think Craig Cermak is doing a pretty good job, pretty capable job. There are a few wonky things in here. Hopefully I can see them and point them out to you. But otherwise, this is pretty good perspective. It's dynamic pose. And we have Anne Bonny, who is the main character in here. So let's take a look at who works on the book. It's being written by Stephanie Phillips. Now, I don't know a lot about her other than I don't think she's been on any best-selling titles, but she has gotten a lot of work. And this one, I haven't checked the distribution numbers on it. I'll probably do that for the next one. But it is an Image comic, so I think it was one of these ideas that she pitched to Image, and it's based on the real-life pirate Anne Bonny. It's just based on it. The story is totally made up for what I can tell after doing some research on Anne Bonny. So the art is by Craig Cermak and colors are by John Calise. And it starts out, they're trying to get John Raxum, Captain John Raxum, back. He's apparently been captured by the British soldiers on Nassau. So they've got this ploy where Anne is tied up, and they're hoping that they'll put her in prison close to John, and she can free him. John and Anne are married, and by the way, this comic is not a recommend any longer. The story just got very, I don't know, just didn't go anywhere. It has action and such, but it's just the story is just now dumb. So I'm out. It's matriarch good, patriarch bad. So they have this plan that they're going to free Captain John Razmig. So they go through this whole thing about, I'm the governor's daughter, and she's trying to sweet talk the lord of this town or this island as well to. Said, I captured this pirate all by myself. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all because Anne Bonny is a bloodthirsty pirate, yet supposedly this woman has captured her, Jane Castor. So, no, doesn't work for me. Now, you look at this guy, I can't think what his name is, but he's huge. He's like Andre the Giant compared to everybody else. Look at this. I mean, he towers above everybody. Look how small she is next to him. She's tiny as they're walking off. It looks like a little kid or something next to this guy. So I thought that was a little odd that they made this guy so gigantic. But apparently he eats well. So he invites her to dinner with the local royalty that are also on the island. And he gets a message sent to him from the governor, Castor, mentioning there's a reward for Jane. So now he knows that she's lying, and suddenly, and this is one of the funky things I saw, was somehow they're looking straight through the window and there's supposed to be reflections of the ships. It just looks weird that the angle of these ships, I mean, unless the windows are pointing downward, I don't know if we could see them, but suddenly the ships start blowing up, and so we can see the action in the window there. A little odd. But it is what it is. And so it turns out there's these two women, and they're able to blow up the entire fleet. And the young woman now, the young girl woman, I don't know her correct age. She was posing as a boy in the first one. Now she is taking charge of the ship. And you can see she's quite a bit smaller than the large black man or black man woman who likes to axe people, which we'll see. So we get like these Dutch angles or whatever they're called, and This one guard, she plays like she's sick. This one guard comes up and she just stabs him, and he seems like he was a pretty nice guy. I mean, but that's the end of that guy. And she frees all the prisoners, and in the meantime, Lady Castor is being held by this gigantic thing, but she's able to knock him, gives him a punch to the face. So I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous. I mean, look at the size of this guy compared to her, but yet she can get away from him somehow. So it goes on, and it turns out that apparently her husband John Wraxham is actually a turncoat. He was paid enough money that he tries to shoot his own wife here, but the small woman girl is able to tackle him and bring him down. So in the meantime, this other guy that's kind of helping him, Vane, I guess he was a friend, he gets a nice axe right in the chest by the other woman. So this is the crew now, plus Anne Bonny, so they're a murderous lot, apparently. And just kind of goes on with even Jane Castor getting into some of the shooting going on. And they escape to a boat, and they have gotten away and burned the whole fleet. And she vows to kill her husband, John Wraxham, who had tried to kill her. And that's how it ends. So it's a not recommend. I'm very disappointed this went this way. And then we get a blurb by Stephanie Phillips. It sounds like she's leaving off the title, but then she's not. So it says, stay tuned for more adventures in 2021. So I don't know if I'm going to stick with this book or not. I think I'm not. Okay, we got some creators. She was Artemis and the Assassin, Butcher of Paris, Descendants. Those are some of the things she's worked on, and she's gotten titles with DC, Dark Horse, Heavy Metal, Aftershock, Black Mask, and more. So I'm assuming she's one of the cadre of writers, that young women writers that they are giving lots of titles to in the past 4, 5, 6 years. And I don't know how books can survive if they don't really have good stories, and I don't feel this was a good story. I started out real interesting, but it's taken a turn for the worst, and now we're supposed to get behind these fabulous 4 females, and I don't think we're going to be able to. Because who's buying this, you know? I think they're missing the mark on this altogether. So, it's not a recommend. I'm up to about 65,000 subscribers now. 65 subscribers. So thank you for subscribing. Please leave likes, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time. I have one more review on a new book this week, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. And we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. As always, this is Indie Comics Jones with a not recommend, bidding you adieu.